So I'm gonna start this idea off from my own story. So a little bit of background on me. I've been trying to make money online since I was 16. I'm just turned 20 years old here. That's crazy, I'm 20. But anyways, since I was 16. And the way that I think really started my descent into this was I started Instagram theme pages. So I was 16 and I wanted to make money online and I was too young for a lot of things. And so I found Instagram theme pages and I was like, hey, like I like this idea. I want to, you didn't have to be old. You didn't have to spend any money. You didn't have to set up anything. You just create an Instagram and start posting videos on it. No, sorry, this is when I was 14, not 16. So this was 6 years ago. Now, I basically started this from zero and I built up a lot of pages. And to put this into perspective, my one page in 2019. So this was when Instagram theme pages were like not even a big thing. And there was only arguably in my niche, and my niche was Naruto videos. It's funny. It was Naruto. And I had over 55 or 60,000 followers on this one Naruto themed account. I was arguably, and I just started posting Reels when Reels came out. I was the biggest page, the biggest Naruto page as far as Reels were concerned. And I was getting millions of views across a lot of my videos. I think minimum I was getting was like 50,000 views. And I would routinely get back-to-back million view videos. And so within that, in 2019, the height of this, I had 55,000 views on a page. Now, this page I did not continue making because I got scammed. Now, I got scammed, and this is a little bit outside the realm of what I'm talking about, but still the same idea applies. So I got scammed and I lost this. I continued to create accounts past this, but I kept getting distracted by thousands of other things. So I was learning since, 2020, because it was the start of COVID. That's why I made a Naruto theme page, because I watched all of Naruto. So start of COVID, I had years of Instagram theme page experience, specifically when Reels just came out. I was one of the, I don't want to say I was the pioneers of Reels, but I was one of the people, and I created another account that I got up to 100,000 followers in less than 6 months. I was getting back to back million view videos. I understood this crap. Now, despite this, do you think I stuck with this? Even though I had crazy success, not crazy success, but I was one of the pioneers in the Naruto themed, realm for Reels in 2019, and I had 55,000 views. If I would have kept posting, I wouldn't doubt I would have had over 500,000 followers right now on that one page. Now, I did not stick with that. I tried my luck in everything else. I tried drop shipping after this, and by the way, I didn't completely give up, but I gave up on my pages. I didn't keep posting on them. And so I tried appointment setting. I tried drop shipping. What else did I try? There's a couple of other, I tried a clothing brand, like a print on demand thing, completely veering me off my path from the one skill that I already had and I was good at. Now, to put this into perspective again for you guys, I believe if I knew what I knew now at 14 years old, if I would have kept on with Instagram theme pages, with continuing to post, to iterate, to get success with it, I don't doubt I would be making more than 5 figures a month right now. And specifically, if I had a personal brand around this, I wouldn't doubt that my personal brand would have been making a lot of money behind it too. Like, I wouldn't doubt more than 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month, just because success is compounding, right? Success isn't linear. It goes like this. If I would have stuck with this for 6 years, having the success I had, I might not even be making these videos right now, but I would also not be living at home. I would be probably in a penthouse in Miami with a 10 out of 10 baddie on my side, with a Corvette C8 midnight purple with a spoiler, with rims that cost more than a car, with a Rolex on my wrist. But where am I now, right? I'm not any of those things. And so the idea behind this, and I hate to use myself as a not success story, but as Russell Brunson talks about in Desperate Secrets, you want to use yourself as the guinea pig for your ideas, right? At the end of the day, if I just spout ideas that I hear, what value is it unless I actually learn them, live them myself? So the idea behind this is shiny object syndrome. I guarantee all of you have heard about shiny object syndrome. The idea behind shiny object syndrome is that it's easy to get distracted by novelty when you're on your path to achieving something, especially in the online realm, because everything nowadays is marketed. People sell courses, that's how they make their money, and they have to market it well. And, for me, even the AI agency, I fell victim to shiny object syndrome to some extent. Now, I knew enough of what I knew. And the reason that I got into AI in the first place was because I wanted to go back to the content creation. I realized I had so much skill, and this was some ideas behind some of the people I was following. I had so much skill in content creation. I wanted to continue with it, right? It would be silly for me to just completely start a new thing. And as I was doing that, I was looking into AI because I believe AI was the next set of content creation. And then I found Wyatt's video on Instagram. I went through it. He promised the world, said he was on the news, said he was on Fox News. I got, gullible. I spent $5,000 on this, on his course. Now, that was shiny object syndrome, right? Because I saw the newest thing. I saw this novelty in the hands of good marketers, right? Wyatt and Carson are good marketers at the end of the day, made millions of dollars selling courses. And so I completely, not 180'd, like a lot of the stuff is similar, but I completely changed and wasn't utilizing to my full ability the stuff that I've already learned to the best of my extent and could have further progressed myself with. So for you yourself, starting whether it be an AI agency or just anything in life, but for this instance, let's talk about an AI agency. The first thing within this idea is that you have to stick with this. Now, the book, I don't think I have this in my pile here. I think it's in my closet. The book, and I recommend this, by the way, if you guys aren't in the Discord already, make sure to join that Discord. It'll be in a link either at the bottom of this video or, elsewhere. You guys will know where to join it. I write basically a review of all of the books that have done me well. One of these books is, what is it called? It's by Peter Drucker, Managing Oneself. And basically the idea behind that book is that, one, you have to build upon strengths. If you build upon weakness, you become adequate. If you build upon strength, you can become exceptional. And secondly, what was I just referring to? You have to do that. And then secondly, you're gonna have natural skills. So for me, myself, I believe psychology is a big skill that I've had. One of the thresholds for that is, what were you always intrigued at or good at as a kid? For me, I was always testing people's limits. I was always instigating. I was always pushing people right before their breaking point, or if I went to their breaking point, I was always very carefully monitoring that. So I was always interested in that, right? So that is something for me. And for me, marketing, that's a huge thing of psychology. For content, right? Even me starting with a story. I learned that about storytelling. That's how you yourself watching this can have the point hit harder, right? Than me just randomly telling you this. So that was for me. And for you, you're going to have these strengths. Within the AI agency, and the thing that's so beautiful about the AI agency, why I love it, there's so many different skills behind it. So you have to learn sales, you have to learn marketing, you have to learn content, you have to learn copywriting, you have to learn, like email copywriting still. You have to learn the CRM and the agency. You're gonna learn coding behind that, some back end development. You're gonna learn AI, one of the most important skills. I made a video on this. Very, very important skill to learn right now. All of this, you're going to learn so many good skills. And you yourself, you can test out 8 different skills at once. If you're starting this from a complete beginner, you've never tried anything before, you can start this. If something intrigues you, go all in on that. For me, myself, I don't really like the back end stuff. I love being the face of stuff. I love talking. I love being on sales calls. I love making, pieces of marketing. I love speaking to my avatar. And the back end, obviously, at the end of the day, I have to do the back end, and I'm still going to do it. But if I had to choose between two things forever, choosing a back end or choosing marketing, I would choose marketing all the time. And I know so many other people that would choose the opposite way around. My mentor, he talks about this too. If you're more extroverted, you might do something like I'm doing, right? You might do marketing, you might do being the brand, the face of something, content. If you're introverted, you might do back end development, right? There's so many skills that you can learn. and you can attack all at once, but you have to stick with it. There's going to be 1,000 different things that are either going to distract you, either, brand new business model, even a new niche, a new anything. Pick something and stick to it. Stick to it. This is very, very important. The niche is a very big one I've seen so many times. When I first was in Wyatt and Carson's course, there was a kid there who was 16. He's also from Canada, so we kind of connected a little bit more than most people did. He went through like 3 different niches in a span of a couple months just because he saw people making money with other niches. At the end of the day, people are going to make money with anything. As long as you're good enough, you're going to make money with anything. Stick, and it's so important. And just the niche, again, very good example of this. Pick one thing, stick to it until you have enough feedback, until you have enough feedback to make a decision to possibly change or to iterate on your decision. So extremely, extremely important. Avoid shiny object syndrome at all costs. Once you get something, stick to it. Don't let the other shiny things, the other marketed things, everyone and their mom trying to sell you a course on Instagram, defer you from this basic setup. And this goes back to the foundations and the simplicity too. Made a video on this. If you guys haven't watched that, check that out. The simplicity and the foundations are what's going to make you your money, right? In the AI agency, let's just say in simplicity, there's 5 things you got to focus on. At the end of the day, switching a niche 3 times, that's not going to be one thing you focus on, right? Ads are going to be something you focus on. Sales, copywriting, those are going to be the things you focus on and the things you get good at. And once you get good at those, then they translate into other things. But so very important. One of the most important skills I've ever learned in my life, in my career online, in my agency. When you get something, stick to it. Don't let anything else go past you. To put this into more perspective, and I'll end this video here soon. Peter Drucker, in the same book I was talking about, he recommends an 18-month time frame. For you to truly give something a good go, you have to give it 18 months. 18 months is a good enough timeline for you to try something and then decide, okay, maybe this isn't for me, maybe I should pivot. Okay, pivoting is a whole nother topic of discussion. Obviously, you want to pivot, right? If you're running an ad that you see not running, you're not going to want to keep running that, right? Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's Einstein. But the main thesis, right? The road you have to stick onto. You can't go onto a different road. There might be obstacles along the road that you got to maybe jump over or go across. But stick to that road. 18 months, right? Put that into perspective. 1.5 years is something that is a good enough timeline for you to dedicate yourself to before you decide to make big decisions. So very, very important idea. Don't get shiny object syndrome. Stick to something and stick to it. So really, really internalize that as you're going through this, as you're going through the AI agency. And yeah, hope you guys get value out of that. And I will see you in the next video.